Breaking now at 4, a verdict is in for a D.C. man who shot and killed 13-year-old Karan Blake last year. And in Prince George's County, we're learning how much time Caden Holland, also known as Baby K, will spend behind bars. Thanks for joining us. I'm Elisa Gale. Mark Hall has the evening off. Randy Bass will have the update out of Upper Marlboro on the teen who pleaded guilty trying to kill a student on a school bus last May. First, though, we want to start things off with Ben Dennis. He's joining us live in D.C. with the outcome of Jason Lewis's murder trial.
And Elisa, good afternoon. A split decision from the jury today. They found Jason Lewis not guilty of second-degree murder, but guilty of manslaughter. That means there wasn't enough proof, according to the jury, to prove that that death of 13-year-old Karan Blake was premeditated. Here's some more about this case. Again, January of 2023. Lewis allegedly heard sounds outside of his northeast home. He left. That's when he said he heard a shot fired from a car in an alley. Lewis claimed the boy, Karan Blake, ran toward him, and Lewis fired a shot and a third shot at him. Blake was killed. The prosecutor said that Lewis wasn't acting in self-defense, didn't wait to see if Blake was holding a gun before firing, and Lewis didn't need to leave the safety of his home, but he chose to anyway before shooting the boy. The prosecutors added that even if Blake was breaking into cars, the teen didn't deserve to die. Penalty for manslaughter in the district, that's up to 30 years in prison. Lewis has no prior criminal record. He spent years working as a D.C. City Parks and Recreation employee, and that is part of the reason why the judge decided that he does not need to be behind bars before his sentencing, only saying that he could be released on the condition he doesn't leave the DMV. Sentencing, that is set for October. In Northwest D.C., Ben Dennis, D.C. News Now.
Ben, thanks so much. Also breaking now at 4, Prince George's County teen Caden Holland, also known as Baby K, will serve at least 25 years behind bars for attempted murder. The now attack on a school bus last year. In court documents, the state showing video of that violent ambush attack on the school bus. Holland tried to fire at the young teen victim's head at least 3 times when that gun jammed. The driver of that bus giving a very emotional victim impact statement in court today, crying as she spoke out about how her life was changed forever and her battle with PTSD since. The victim's mother also speaking to the court over Zoom, saying she moved her and her son across the country to get a sense of normalcy back for them. DC News Now's Randy Bass is following this story for us this afternoon. We'll have much more with her coming up later in the newscast. All right, taking a live look outside now at the National Cathedral on this Friday. It's cloudy and muggy today, but we're expecting some showers intermittently in this weekend. Meteorologist Damon Matson joining us with more on that. Damon, how's it looking?
Well, so far so good. Just that mugginess, it's a factor out there as we try to wrap up this week and head into the upcoming weekend. Still dry for the D.C. metro area, points to the east, but rainfall is starting to pop up already across some of our western counties here as we go into your Friday late afternoon, early evening. Most of the rainfall is situated across parts of Garrett, Mineral counties. Deep Creek over to Kaiser saw a little bit of rainfall, some of that likely reaching the ground in a light fashion, but we do have some steadier rain trying to set up out across Hampshire and now into Morgan County, West Virginia, and then into Allegheny County in western Maryland, stretching from Lonaconing up to Frostburg and Cumberland. We're getting some of that rainfall now along the Route 220 corridor, I-68 as well. Those showers, they will not make it all the way east to the D.C. metro and most of the DMV, though, as we go throughout the evening. They'll fizzle out before that. So outside of those showers to the west, we'll see mostly cloudy skies. Warm temps will hang on in the 80s, and that mugginess is not going anywhere because we have better chances for rainfall as we head into the upcoming weekend. That being the case, which day is looking better to potentially get out and about and try to soak up one of these last summer weekends with the season quickly winding down already? We'll have that answer coming for you here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thanks so much. Well, in Loudoun County now, an investigation is underway after a body was found on the W&D trail there. We were in Sterling this morning as investigators combed the area of the trail area between Dominion and Crestview Drive. The person's cause of death is also part of that investigation. Meantime, in Langley Park, Maryland, officials say a police standoff ended peacefully there. Officers responding to a shots fired call on 17th Avenue just before 3 this morning. morning, and when they got there, they found a man who was barricaded inside a home with several people inside. Those people were able to get out safely, and the man was taken into custody just before noon. That incident triggering a shelter-in-place and road closure for some neighbors, which have since been lifted. Also new this afternoon, 8 dogs were rescued from a burning building in Southwest D.C. You could see some smoke there blowing out of this home near the waterfront on M Street this morning. D.C. Fire and EMS crews say the dogs were pulled to safety around noon. One puppy was even taken to the animal hospital, and video captured crews successfully reviving the pup with CPR and oxygen. D.C. Fire and EMS say he was lifeless when they pulled him out. In our schools now, Stafford County Public Schools is apologizing for transportation issues during the first week of school. The school district says there have been technical issues with the software that oversees bus routes. In a post on CPS calls the situation unacceptable. They say they're demanding solutions from the software vendor as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Fairfax County Public School students head back to school on Monday. The district is reminding drivers now to be extra vigilant around school buses and in school zones there. If you see a bus with flashing red lights, you must stop unless you're on the other side of a median. Several school zones are equipped with speed cameras. Drivers who go 10 or more miles over the limit during the school day in those areas will be fined. Happening this weekend, thousands of people will be heading out to enjoy the last weekend of the Montgomery County Fair. DC News Now's Christian Pena joins us from the fairgrounds where people there are celebrating its 75th anniversary.
Celebrating 75 years of joy, the Montgomery County Fair is one where people can get on a thrilling ride or enjoy foreign cuisines.
The fair is a place where all ages are welcome and have fun.
The county fair is hosting hundreds of vendors with the goal of diffusing and integrating cultures. People can come across Greek foods and exciting activities, many of which are operated by volunteers.
There's a lot to do, either animals, the carnival, Chili Mall. It's a great experience. There's a lot of fun, especially for families.
At the fair, you'll come across thrilling rides and hundreds of games where families can come play together. Activities people say make the county fair unique.
I love the people. The people that make this fair and the volunteers that are here. Their family, and it's really exciting to, volunteer with them.
And no matter how old or young you are, the Montgomery County Fair is a place where anyone can have fun.
It's about families, it's about volunteers, it's about culture, it's about reuniting.
For now, reporting out of Gaithersburg, Maryland, I'm Christian Pena, DC News Now.
Christian, thank you. Also happening this weekend, don't forget about the Arlington County Fair in Virginia. It's one of the largest free events on the East Coast. You can head there through Sunday at the Thomas Jefferson Community Center. Also in Virginia, the Prince William County Fair in Manassas runs through tomorrow. It's billed as the largest county fair in Virginia. Online ticket sales are closed, but you can still buy tickets at the gate there. It's happening at the fairgrounds on Dumfries Road. And tomorrow, the district is celebrating the godfather of go-go. Chuck Brown Day has fun for the entire family, all while celebrating the musical and cultural history of D.C. It's the 10-year anniversary of that event, filled with games, food, lots of music, and a few surprise guests. The festivities start at 1 p.m. at Fort DuPont Park on Minnesota Avenue and continues until 7 p.m. It's free to attend there. We caught up with the director of D.C. Parks and Rec ahead of the fun.
Concert. We have the kids zone. We'll have vendors here. It's going to be a community day, festival style in the park. Fort DuPont Park is also very nostalgic, so come on down and celebrate with us.
And you may want to avoid driving to that event. Surrounding roads will be closed starting at 6 in the morning and lasting through midnight. The good news, though, is Metro will have a free shuttle running from the Minnesota Avenue station to the festival. And disruptive construction right now on Metro's Red Line is coming to an end in just weeks. We're back with how local businesses have been coping.